What is up, folks? This is Zerocast, and welcome back to Infinity Minecraft. Alright, so I actually haven't made steel, or all the steel that I want to, but I wanted to show you something that I thought was kind of funny because I was confused. So, I was coming down the ladder and I saw green. I was like, what? What did I put in there that was green? And that's still really derpy. Well, it's liquefied emerald, and how do you get that besides sticking emeralds in there? Okay, so apparently a villager ended up wandering into wandering into here and falling in. I didn't push him. It just happened, which is, I mean, it's sad, but it's really funny. Um, just because it was not my intention to do that, but yeah, it happened. Alright, so this episode, I want to get some stuff ready so that I can move more easily. And one of those things that I want to get set up is something that's going to hold all of this. Of course, you know I've got chests and chests of it. And that thing's going to be a deep storage unit. So it moved on me again. It was over here. So we're going to go ahead and make a deep storage unit, which is a little bit complicated to make. It's not that complicated. It's not very complicated, but it does take a few things to make. We should have the plastic sheets. Yeah, I've got plenty of plastic sheets. So let's start with some of the more simple things. Okay, so simple being the reinforced strongbox. Alright, so for these we're going to need some hardened glass and a hardened strongbox, which is going to take Invar, and a strongbox, which is going to take tin and a chest. So that should be easy. We need 4 of these, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, they don't stack, right? Okay. And the reason they don't stack is because they can actually hold their inventory when you use them. I don't know if I've showed that or not. But if I stick it down and put the stone in there and then break it, and then, alright, so no stone, and stone's still in there, which is really awesome. These normal strong boxes don't have that much inventory. Oh, and it can also show what's in there, which is nice. But as far as inventory slots, but they're easy to make. So, I mean, 10 and a chest, that's not bad at all. But the higher tiered ones, the hardened, the resonant, all those, they hold a lot more space, which is really nice. And you can carry them around with you. So, I say they'll hold a lot more than the backpacks will, but the downside being you actually have to place them down. You can't just, be running along. Oh, I need something for my backpack. Let's, stick it in my hotbar and open it up. So that's a little bit of a downside, but I don't know that it's really that much of one. So it kind of works like an ender chest they have to take along with you. So, alright. What else are we going to need? Alright, so we need Invar, which I have some in here, but I have some materials being broken down here. I got 2 stacks of iron and some ferrous. I ended up turning this off to be able to pull them out before they smelt it up again. So let's go ahead and stick these in here. And then I'll just stick them directly in here. That way we have plenty of Invar. I've got almost a stack. I think it's like 54. But, oops. But I want to make sure that I have plenty. So we also need to do a few more things. Is it the right? It's the left side that has ender. So I need to put some ender pearls in here. Also need to break down these shiny ingots. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll automatically be processed because I've got it sucking it out. Let's do this. And because we need some hardened glass as well. I've got some, I think I have 18, but that's not going to be enough. I need a little bit more than 18, so this amount right here should be fine. Normally I'd make a lot more than this, but this is just what I had on me, so I'll go ahead and process that. And I'll just stick these in here for now. I'll grab that stack of Invar. Alright, so let's head back up. And I can't wait until we move. It's going to be so nice to be out of this tiny little claustrophobic space. And yeah, out of the village too. I would still like to do some things to the village. I just haven't done them yet. I've been, well, actually, I can talk about it now while we're doing this. So I've been trying to record. Oh, okay. I was trying to think what that pattern was. Basically, it's just instead of from the strongbox, it's from a chest. So you've got the strongbox pattern in here with the Invar around the sides to have all the same materials. But anyway, so I've been trying to record one of the Labyrinth of Sojourn episodes. Oh. Oh, okay. I'm not doing this very well, talking and making things at the same time. Um, but anyway, I've been trying to... Oh, looks like Oh, it took it directly from my inventory. Okay. But anyway, I've been trying to record one of those episodes, and the problem with that is there's so much time spent in the maze, seeing things that we've already seen, that the time that I'm spending there is time that I'm basically not recording anything at all. So I try to get an episode for a few hours, and, I end up with like 5-10 minutes. So basically, I'm just spending a lot of time doing that I'm not getting anything done. It's one thing to be gathering ores and things, but I don't know, I spend so much time wandering around that I'm really tempted to not go much further or any further in that series, which is a shame because I actually like the map quite a bit. I think it's pretty awesome, but it's just not working out too well. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some ender pearls. But yeah, that's a real shame. But the map is just so huge, and that labyrinth can take so long getting around, and when you do die, it doesn't, you have to get back to where you were and all that kind of stuff. So, or find where you were, hopefully. I actually haven't lost my complete inventory at all, I don't think. Is that pumping to the left side? Let's take a look at this. That's not the right one. That one is. Alright. There we go. Now I've got it draining over here. Yeah. But anyway, so that's just kind of my thoughts on it at the moment. I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to say if you have any opinions, just let me know. But yeah, I've been enjoying that map. It's just spending so much time at it and not getting anywhere. It's frustrating. Alright, so let's take a look. I've got my shiny ingots down there doing their thing. Alright, what else do I need for the Enderium? I need Pyrotheum. And it's what? 310? Or 210, 1 silver, and 1 shiny. Okay, so 10. Okay. What? Oh, I read that wrong. I've got all kinds of 10 here. I need to combine them, or just use up what I've got of the other types. Alright, so what else do we need? We need silver. And actually, oh, that's Invar. Okay. And shinies down there. I need a bucket. I'll just take all of them because I'll need them later. And that should be... Oh, I need Pyrotheum. I only have 1. Alright, so what does it take to make Pyrotheum? Because I can't remember it off the top of my head. Alright, Pyrotheum. It's going to take all that stuff. And the other one is Blaze Powder? Yeah. And I'm just going to do... There should be plenty. I'll just do this in my inventory. That way I didn't have to click the pattern again. Okay. Yeah, it's 20 of them. That's more than I need. Alright. So I'll stick that in there. And let's fill up a few buckets. How many of these did I have? I had 5. Let's go ahead and make all of them. Because, why not? So it's 4, and one more is 5. Alright. And then, let's put, I can't do that in my inventory. Where's my crafting table? Did I take it away? Oh. I was standing on it. Okay. That was kind of sad. Alright, so I don't think you can do these from the ingot form. No, you can't. Okay. So let's stick these in here, and I'll just do it like this. That way it'll come out in a reasonable fashion. Alright, now what did I put in here? I've got my Invar, which I don't need any more of right now, or I shouldn't. And cross my fingers, I shouldn't need it. There's some things that I want to do later that require a lot more Invar, but I'm not sure that we'll get around to that this episode. We'll have to see. Alright, so we've got my silver, and there we go. Alright, so there's that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Alright, cool. And I'll just take this dust back in here just to get it out of our inventory. Alright. So, we can stick this in here, and it'll take a little bit, but it'll smelt up just fine. We only need 4. So, it shouldn't... Yeah. Alright, so let me just get... What do we need for the redstone frame? Where is it? There we go. The redstone is just hardened glass, electrum, which I think I have enough of, and diamond, so that shouldn't be difficult. Alright, so there's our 4. And we'll use the other later for something or other. Alright, so we can toss that in there, and let's just see if we have everything we need. Gosh, the thing keeps moving. In here to make this. Do we? Yes. Awesome. And we only need 1, because one of these patterns makes 4, so that should be more than enough. We'll use 1 for, say, cobblestone, maybe stone, smooth stone, dirt and gravel should be the first 4 that I can think of at the top of my head that would be good to use it for. So we'll probably use those. Okay, I'll toss that in there, and then we should be able to do that. Awesome. I like how it pulls from your inventory now as well. I think that's a really nice addition to the old functionality, because, you know, it used to be that it wouldn't, you know, populate the crafting table if you had items in your inventory and not in your storage system. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, so for this, I'm just going to use the dolly on it. I think it works. Let's go ahead and check. We can toss the stone in there. So let's go grab the dolly, if it's down here still. Yes, it is. Awesome. And you do that by walking up to a wall and pressing P. That's from Draconic Evolution, just in case you didn't know. And let's see if we can... Can we really not? Aw, man. That sucks. Well, do we have portal in here? We do have portal, but I don't have a portal gun, and I doubt I can make one. As in, I doubt I have the materials to make one. Miniature black hole, obsidian diamond. And that takes another star. So yeah, I definitely don't. Because I'm pretty sure I don't have enough skulls. Oops. Yeah, I only have 1. Ah, darn it. So So my chances of actually going out and finding it in a chest are pretty slim. So I guess we won't be using these to at least move things. So it's going to take me a lot longer to move stuff, but that's okay. We still got these, and we will be using them, believe me. Alright, so let's go ahead and just... Can I break these with a... Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and toss those back in here. Alright, so the second thing that I wanted to do in this episode was get a form of power generation. Now, we're not going to set up the bases in because I'm just going to tear it back down and, you know, move it in between this episode and next. Because we need some more storage too. Some more power storage. So we might be making some more of those frames that I said we won't be making. The reason is because the dynamos that I'll be using aren't going to be enough. I mean, they're not going to pump out enough energy to satisfy me running the quarry with just these. And I need the quarry to be running before we set up our Ender big draconic evolution power storage system. And that's going to be the power storage system that I'm going to be using for a while. So I guess we're probably going to be actually making some more storage cells as well. I don't know. We might make those in this episode. We might not. It just depends on how much time we have. So let's go ahead and see. Alright, let's drop this stuff off. I'm going to put the dolly on the wall. Okay. Let's drop this in here. Don't need the Invar in our inventory. Buckets. I'm going to need some lava. We have a tank outside. You know, I didn't really think about it, but I was thinking I was going to have to run to the nether. He startled me. But I've been playing some Terraria, so if you see me hitting escape a lot, well, that's the reason why. So I think we need at least we need at least 2 buckets, but we'll see. All right, so we're going to need to make an endothermic pump. So we're going to be making the magmatic dynamos. I always want to say dominoes or version of both. But yeah, so we're going to be using lava to generate power, at least to start. It's not the most efficient, but it's a pretty good way to get a lot of power in a decent amount of time. Because it makes quite a bit of power. A lot more than the steam ones that we've got down there. And the lava's pretty easy to get because you have the nether. I mean, it's, you know, I almost say mostly lava. It's mostly netherrack and open space, but, you know, there's a lot of lava there. So we also have we've got several different pumps we can use. BuildCraft has one that's, but Extra Utilities has the best pump. Maybe, let's say I don't think. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say if Ender.io had a pump, but they don't apparently. Or if they do, it's called something else. Imagine they do have a pump. I mean, how could you have a mod? I mean, how? Why would you not have a pump in that mod? I mean, there's a lot of things that could potentially use it. There's a lot of tanks and stuff, so it makes sense to have one. Alright, but anyway, this is the one that we're going to be using. It looks complicated. It's actually not. So we need some obsidian around an ender pearl, and that's going to make 4 of those, which is exactly how many we need. So let's go ahead and do obsidian. And I made sure... Oh, I could have just shift-clicked that, but oh well. I made sure and didn't use all of my obsidian and ground it up because I knew I would need it later for stuff like this. So we've got these, and let's see what else we need. We need an iron pickaxe, but we need a diamond one for this one. And this is telling you, oops. Oh, I'm on the pickaxe now, not the... this explains why it's so great. Basically, it's made pretty much for servers. A lot of the things that you have in extra utilities is very, very server friendly. So the problem with Buildcraft and Industrial Craft, well, the problem with their pumps is that they suck up the liquid and leave flowing liquid behind them. So you have, you know, the block that it's taking up and putting in whatever storage that you're using, whether it be applied energistics or a tank of who knows how many mods. It's leaving behind a liquid that's flowing, and that causes lighting issues, causes lighting updates and block updates because the liquid's naturally flowing. It's not just sitting still. So that puts a lot of pressure on the server when you're having several of them going. And, you know, each person is using their own. So that added to everything else that you're running is going to put so much stress on the server that's eventually going to start to really slow down. So what these do is they replace it with a stone block. So you might think, oh, that's overpowered, you're getting free stone. Really? I mean, we're in Minecraft. The world is infinite, and most of what is beneath us is stone. So, yeah. Anyway, so that is why they're so great, and that's why I'm going to be using it. I'm not running on a server at the moment, but it's still a really good pump to use, and it's not that hard to make. And it's going to help, you know, my computer deal with it, so. Alright. Well, I guess it's running on an internal server, but still, whatever. Alright, so I need a bucket of water, it looks like. Does this have an inventory? I don't think it does. Okay, it has an inventory, but it doesn't have a, you know, fill me up kind of thing. Alright, so let's run outside, get a bucket of water, because I don't want to take one of the 2 water blocks that are down there. And thankfully we have lots of water right over here. Alright. Do I need... Might as well just grab another one, just in case I need it. I don't think I do, but I might. Alright. So I'll head downstairs, eat our steak, and knock that off the wall. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the water in there, and we have our endothermic pump. Alright, so what else we need is the magmatic dynamos. Alright, so shouldn't I have the crucible in there? Alright, so this is what's going to take a lot of Invar. I don't think we have any Invar gears, do we? Invar, nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some Invar gears, which is just 4 Invar around a piece of iron. So, how many of these do I want? Let's do... Well, since I'm not going to set up this side of it, I'm only going to make 1. And this is extremely inefficient, but I'm going to have a dynamo in the nether that's automatically just powering this. It's not powering anything else, it's just doing the pump. And like I said, it's really inefficient, but it keeps me from having to make a lot more complicated things to transfer energy interdimensionally. But we'll be doing that later, but not yet. Alright, so actually I don't know. Yeah, I think I might have enough Enderium to do that. Yeah, I have 18. I could probably do it, but I'm not going to. Not right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and make just the one dynamo then. So it also needs a transmission coil. Awesome. I have one. Okay. So we have our dynamo. We're also going to need some hardened fluid duct. Alright, so you may be saying, Well, why are you making the hardened fluid duct? You already have fluid ducts. The reason that is item duct, temperate fluid duct. Alright, so let me just type in fluid duct. So we have the normal fluid ducts that aren't showing up. Why aren't they showing up? Oh, okay. I was just looking at the wrong one. Okay, so I'm blind apparently. So we have 3 different types of flow ducts, depending on whether, I mean, ignoring the fact that some are opaque and some are, you can actually see the fluids. We've got the temperate ones, which will break if contents are extremely hot or cold. So it can't pump things like cryothium, probably can't pump things like lava, because that is extremely hot. So we need to use the hardened fluid ducts, which contents may be any temperature. So, for which. So we also have these flux-plated fluid ducts were actually kind of cool. They transfer 2000 RF per tick, so it's not a super amount. I mean, it's a lot, not gonna be wrong. But it's not as high as some of the other redstone RF ducts are. Like, for example, yeah, these transfer 8,000 per tick, so much better than these, but, you know, terrible compared to these, so. But it does both, so it'll transfer fluids, and it'll transfer energy, which is pretty neat. But we need to go ahead and make some of these hardened fluid ducts, so let's go ahead and do that. I think it takes hardened glass and Envar, yeah. Alright, so we've got a hardened glass and Envar, perfectly fine. I shouldn't, actually, I'm going to need more for when I set it up on the side, so I'm going to make way more than I need. I only need like 2, or 3 maybe, if I set it up in a decent manner. Let's go ahead and place this back on the wall, that way it's not in our inventory. And I'll place it over here, that way it's not in the way. Alright. So what else do we need? Let's go ahead and grab a... I don't know that I'll need it. But... have any cobble in here? No. Would have come up when I typed in stone, but I wasn't really thinking about it. So I'm definitely going to want to protect the thing, because these aren't exactly cheap. I don't really need that on our bar at the moment. Alright, oh, we're also going to need, as you'll notice, I took this down, because I knew I was going to move it. I need our chunk loader. Okay. Oh, we do need one more thing before we take off, and it's kind of important. Alright, so we're pumping lava. We need to transfer that lava between the nether and my base. So we're going to need to make an ender tank, which is one of the best things ever. Alright, so ender storage, I absolutely love this mod. I don't know that I have any red. I usually do 3 red for this one just because it's super easy to do. I should have everything in here except for the cauldrons. So we're going to need 2, one for each side. I'll probably leave it as just white, 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 and we'll talk about that in a second. But we're definitely going to need that. Alright, so the way ender tanks work is you put it down, and you see it has 3 colors on top. So these are made for servers as well, or they're made for people like me who have like 50 different ender tanks. And we'll get to that. So you can color each of these 3 to be any color you want, and there's a lot of colors, and there's been more colors added by other mods. So I don't think I have any poppies now? Nah, I don't have any of those. Did have some roses, but so you can pick it up in 2 different ways. If you pick it up with this, it'll break. If you pick it up with a wrench, it won't. Where's my wrench? Oh, it's in my bag. Right. Make sure I have it with me just in case. I mean, I actually don't technically need it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and head on out to the nether. I'm going to fly a decent way out and travel a decent way out. That way the area around where I'm going to be building in the nether later on, once hopefully we eventually have Optifine and I can actually, record in the nether and it not be horribly foggy and annoying to me and to the viewers, because I hate the nether as it is just, with all the fog. It's hard to build and have the view be any good. It's just incredibly frustrating because the nether is actually a really awesome place to build, just because of its cavernous nature, and its hostile nature, but at the same time, it's so dark. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. But anyway, so I'm going to travel for a little bit, and I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, folks. So, don't have much time left. Oh, let me turn that off. But I decided to go ahead and make a staircase down here. I'm just showing you staircase. Obviously, I've already made it. And I'm going to do it down here. This is a generally pretty okay place to do it because these can go way out in the lava and you don't have to bridge or anything. I have my engine bound to F, which is a problem because that's what I also have my shift bound to, my sneak. So if you're wondering why whenever I sneak my engine turns on and off, yeah, I need to rebind that. That's a little bit of a problem. Alright, so I'm just making a little bit of a shelter here. Nothing too fancy. Actually, let's go ahead and do that as well, and I'll just stick it right here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we'll put down, and I might not get it right this first time, because I rarely do. We'll put that down like so, and I can stick that back there. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to need an energy cell, which is a problem. I wish I could use this, but I can't. Because we need to get it pumping before we can get it feeding this magnetic dynamo. Alright, so I'll show you the basic setup, and then you can take it from there. But it'll have that coming out of the top. It's actually got an ender eye on it. Interesting. Alright, you're going to get in the way. Alright, so we're going to have it go into two things. We're going to have it go into... I forgot the energy conduit as well. Darn it. Actually, no, we might not need that. Yeah, I think I can have it pump directly into that, and that have it automatically go into there. Oh, actually, I don't need... I've got a bucket. Nice. Terraria. Why did you put it escape? Who does escape? We only need a single bucket to get the thing going. So, that'll automatically be pumping energy. It's got lava, although that actually looks like it's a power conduit. And then we can have that pumping directly into there. And then this one, as you can see, is filling with lava as well. Awesome. Alright, cool. So let's go and break this. And we're going to take that home and we'll have our infinite lava source. Basically. It's not going to be infinite because this is going to end up taking up all this lava that's here. But it's basically infinite. I mean, because we can just move it somewhere else later. I do need to go ahead and put a waypoint here. We can remove these deaths. Alright, so new. Oh, this is paused because if it's not, I might get a gasifier to the face. So ender pump. And I'll make that red since it's for lava. Alright, so save. Cool. Alright. So we have our location saved, which is a decent ways away from home. Yeah, home's up here. And this is down here. So the problem is it's going to be a little hard to get to until I make my Draconic Evolution teleportation thingies, which I will do pretty soon. But it has the advantage of being far enough away that if I ever do build in the Ender, or in the Nether, then it'll be far enough away that I don't have to worry about there being stone all over the place instead of lava. Which seems kind of contradictory, but at the same time, I want the Nether to look like the Nether if you build something in the Nether, so yeah. Alright, so that's going to do us for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We've kind of gone over this stuff before, but hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. Next time, hopefully I'll be in my new home. And we can check that out. Alright, so until then, I hope you have a wonderful day.